All right, I wanted to give a little clarification and perhaps update on sort of the new diet, if you will. But first, I'd like to first of all recognize that we've crossed 250,000 subscribers here on YouTube. So thank you guys very much for that. You know, slowly we're getting the message out there. Hopefully, we can continue to grow that into quite a bit more. Number two, which is also cool, is our Rivero company. We have over 1,000 people on a waiting list ready to go. So that's also exciting, as you guys know. Rivero's mission is to treat root cause of disease, get people off meds, do medicine like it's supposed to be. Now for the part you guys are probably interested. So the dietary update. Now, first of all, a couple points of clarification. I'm still on a carnivore diet. I'm just doing it in a more ketogenic fashion. And some people say, well, isn't carnivore automatically ketogenic? Well, the answer to that is no, not necessarily. That really depends upon the fat to protein ratio, how often you're eating, how much you're eating, exercise, how much fasting you may or may not be doing. And so generally, I really never really produce a whole lot of ketones. Some of it I'm probably pretty good at utilizing it. And so this is a therapeutic attempt by me to, again, there's pretty good literature showing that a state of ketosis seems to help with neuroinflammation, which is what I'm currently dealing with. And so with that regard, I'm reducing the overall amount of food I'm eating. My caloric intake, so today is Sunday, so on Friday was 1,600 calories. Yesterday it was probably around 2,400 calories. That's as opposed to normally 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day. So I'm down in a caloric deficit. Also, my fat percentage is up at least 80%, probably closer to 85% of my calories are coming from fat. Where in normal situations, just eating ribeye steaks and stuff like that, I'm probably down around 65% fat calories. So my fat content has gone up significantly. Now, how am I doing that? Well, here's a picture of yesterday's. And so I had a pound New York strip and about 8 ounces of butter that day. And so I'm going to try to get away from butter. This is what I have available right now. I'm going to probably switch over to something like suet as a main fat source in the coming days as I get a hold of some. And so what has that resulted in? Well, low blood glucose, which is not surprising, which I expected to see. Surprisingly, so this morning I measured my blood ketones, and they were at 2.6 millimolar, which is the highest I've ever seen in my life, quite honestly. I've never really seen much more outside of the 1 point something. So that's certainly indicative that I am, more deeply in ketosis than perhaps I've ever measured anyway. So that is, I guess, a good sign. Symptom-wise, have not noticed much difference in symptom-wise. In fact, right now it's probably slightly even a little bit worse. So that's, obviously you're like, whoa, that's concerning. Well, anyway, I'm gonna stick this out for at least a month. And why do I say a month? Well, the cervical radiculopathy I have, about 80% of the cases just resolve on their own, so by about 12 weeks. Now, I'm a little over 7 weeks into this, and I haven't had really any relief in symptoms. And so, that's why I thought, well, I'll try something, more aggressive with regard to diet. Now, also, I've got some physical therapy that I'm doing, exercises. I'm going to actually go to an acupuncture appointment tomorrow to try that as well. And I appreciate, by the way, all the hundreds and hundreds of different thoughts and advice and the well wishes and stuff like that. Thank you guys for doing that. As you guys know, I'm an orthopedic surgeon. I used to operate on people's necks, so I'm very familiar with this condition and the efficacies of various treatments that are out there. And so we'll just see how it goes. Like I said, we're going to keep plugging away. I'll let you know. I'll give you guys updates on how things are going. But still kind of business as usual. Still fighting against the man. Fighting against the sort of problems we face. Continuing to stay fit. There's no real excuse not to. I don't take pain. I've got pain, I've got numbness. I can deal with that stuff. At least I don't have any motor symptoms, which is good. I don't have any weakness, so that's good. So I'm still able to train. I'm being careful not to aggravate the neck while I'm doing so. But anyway, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for all the well wishes. And I will, like I said, we'll keep you guys updated and continue providing content. Hopefully it's helpful for you guys. Anyway, well, you guys have a great Sunday, and we'll talk to you soon.